Hey, everybody. Thank you for coming to another one of my live streams. And y'all already know y'all are here sipping hot tea with Miss P. But listen, y'all. Um, Before we get started, there's just a few things that I want to say. First of all, y'all already know how it goes. I want to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys. And I also want to thank everybody new. If you're looking from the bushes, come on in. Sit down, have some hot tea, have cocoa, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. But anyways, um, I just wanted, before we get into today's lesson, I just want to say is that, it's a lot of stuff going on YouTube, and it's getting serious by the day. You know what I mean? And people, people got to understand this, that it was a time for play, but now it seemed like the play is just going away. It's not even there anymore. It's more like serious. You know what I mean? And people need to take heed, you know what I mean? And and like I'm saying, I'm not throwing nobody under the bus. I'm not talking about anybody, but I just want to kind of just clarify some things before we get into today's lesson. Now, last night, when I was over in Envy's chat and stuff, kudos for him, pulling those all-nighters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's good, but people were coming at me saying that, when I was telling Envy, when I was saying, don't get the big head and this and that and stuff like that, because like I said, the only reason why I say this is because, I know how sometimes numbers can play tricks on people. Me, I don't really care about views. I care about, just kind of getting to know people and, hanging out with them and stuff like that. Because I know how these numbers go. They go up and they go down. So when I was telling him, I said, listen, you got to be humble, be appreciative for the people that's coming into your live stream, hanging out with you and stuff like that. But you don't have to be like, oh, I got 102 people in here and I got 1-3 and I got no, it should not even matter. Continue to do your live stream. Don't worry about the numbers. Don't worry about the views because they're going to go up and they're going to go down. You know what I mean? Sometimes we may have big numbers, sometimes we may have small numbers and stuff. You know what I mean? And and also I just want to say is that I got to get this out. You know what I mean? I really do, but it's just that now I see where all of this play stuff is coming at. People will actually come and sit on your panel. Oh my God, it's crazy. People will come and sit on your panel just to check your live out to see how many numbers, what numbers you go, if you're going up or you're going down. Now, here comes the play, y'all. Here comes the play. They will sit on your panel. They will argue with your guest on the panel. Okay. Then what they will do is they'll hang out a little bit more, and then they'll run back to their house and then make you content or whoever they're arguing with on the panel. They do that because they're out there scouting for content. And I'm gonna say scouting for content. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying all they do it, but I'm just saying y'all peep the play. Y'all see who goes and sits on those panels just to run back and use that person or that person that that's a guest on their panel content. All right. So anyway, y'all, today's lesson today's lesson is, what is your duty as a mod? And you know what? I feel that I feel that a lot of people don't really know what it means to be a moderator. The duties of a moderator. You know, and yeah, I did a little research, but then too, I've been out here long enough to know, the duties of a moderator. It's not to use it as your personal gain or your personal weapon. The duties of a moderator is for you to control the chat. The duties of the moderator is for you to make sure everything goes smoothly. You know what I mean? See, here's the thing. When guest comes in a chat, it's the moderator's duty to welcome that person in, to say, hey, thanks for coming. And because what's going to happen is that person's going to feel comfortable, and that person's going to be like, okay, I like this because you got cool mods that that welcome people in. See, here's the thing. The moderator's job is to protect the host. The moderator's job is to protect all that negativity coming in at the host, but also some of the potential subscribers or some of the subscribers, not to use those mod sticks as your personal weapon. Some do, and I'm just telling y'all, that's not the duty of a moderator. The moderator, you're there to protect the chat and make sure the chat goes smoothly. Okay, it's not there because you got a problem with Jane and Jane done popped up and now you're using your mod stick and you're knocking her out of the box, because what you're doing is you're hurting the channel, you're hurting the live stream, you're hurting the host, not the subscriber, but you're hurting the host because they're losing subscribers, because the new people are coming in. Or if you got a problem with someone or something like that, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna use my mod stick and I'm gonna knock that person out of the box. Well, you know what? Now that potential subscriber is gone and not coming back, because what happens is they were mistreated and they're unsubscribed. Then you'll see that your subscriber counts are going down. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is the duties of a moderator is, you're supposed to protect the host. not to use the mod sticks for your personal gain or your personal attack because you don't like somebody. You know what I mean? And that's where it's going now. At one time chats were going smoothly. You know, people would come in, and new people, new potential subscribers will come in, and you have mods in there. Hey, thank you for coming. You know, because what they would do is they would interact with some of the new ones that's coming in, and see it in return. They would make the new ones feel comfortable, and the new ones would go and subscribe. The new ones will go and subscribe because they're getting invited in. They like that. They like that. But if you got new people coming in and see the moderators fighting among each other and stuff like that, they're gonna be like, you know what, this live stream is twisted. These mods, I thought they're supposed to be protecting the host and protecting what's going on in the chat box, but they're too busy going at each other. I'm going to go somewhere else, and then you will lose potential subscribers. The moderator's job, again, is protecting the host and make sure that the chat runs smoothly. It's not to use those sticks for your personal use, and it's not for you to get back tool. So someone that comes in, I don't like her. She don't need to be in here. Or I seen her, she was talking junk about me. No, leave that personal stuff to yourself. I know it's hard. I know it's hard as you being a moderator, but then you got to think, if you don't, you're going to be hurting the host, because that could be a potential subscriber or one of his subscribers. And once that happens, if you keep doing that, they're gonna unsubscribe, and then that host is going to lose a potential subscriber in return, which will break down your show and will hurt your show. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is some of these mods, I'm not saying all, but some of them, yes, they get into their feelings and they be like, you know what, I don't like her. I don't like her because of what, is because, one of my other people, they don't like this person either. So I'm just gonna block this person, or I'm just gonna, time out this person for no reason, just because, they're there, and you heard some stuff, and you got a personal, agenda against this person. But what it is that you're doing is your personal attack. But what you fail to understand is hurting the host. It's hurting the host because he's losing subscribers, or she's losing subscribers, or potential subscribers, people that's coming in to from the bushes, that's saying, you know what, let me just go and sit down and just kind of see what this show is all about and stuff. But if that potential subscriber see your mods fighting among each other, and all of this stuff, they're gonna be like, oh no, I don't know, because I don't know if I say something out, that my opinion, I don't know if I'm gonna get knocked out of the box. I don't know if I'm gonna get timed out. I don't know if I'm gonna get blocked. And I come in the door, everybody's fighting. No one's saying, hey, how are you? Welcome. Nothing inviting. And I think that that's probably what some of these hosts need to kind of start thinking about, is when you have new people coming in, just don't let them come in and just hang out. You got to say, hey, welcome to my live, welcome, hang out, welcome to my live stream, put their name up. And now, hey, we got some new people in the house. We got this, we got that. Welcome, y'all. Make sure y'all come, invite. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I said, you're sipping hot tea with Miss Pepe, and we only here for an hour and shit, you know what I mean? And today's lesson, like I said, what is your duties of a moderator? And I wanted to do this lesson because I feel that some people don't know what their duties of a mod is. They're more like, oh, I'm gonna get this person. I got a mod stick too, or mod me up because I don't like this person. Well, it's not all about you. It's not all about you. No, no, no. You're hurting the host. You're hurting his potential subscribers. Keep your personal stuff to yourself, even if you don't like that person. Now, if that person say some crazy stuff, or out of the way or something, yeah, then you time them out with good reason, with good reason. But you don't time anybody out and you don't block anybody because you have a personal you just don't like that person. That person might come in, you only got one foot in the door, ain't even ain't even getting there good enough to sit down. Bam, he's out of there. Or bam, she's out of there. Like, well, shit. What happened? You know what I mean? So yeah. Like I said, the duties of a mod, and y'all already know. I took down some notes, and let me just kind of go over it. It says let's see. Hold up, y'all. Okay, yeah. To greet visitors, to greet visitors, and also make sure that, that the chat is ran smoothly and stuff. You know what I mean? And we already know it's gonna be, it's gonna be people that, that's gonna be like, well, I don't like this person. Well, it's not your truth. It's not your live stream, and it's not your channel or your panelers. You're there as almost like a general, like you have a responsibility, to have a mod stick. That's an honor. That should be an honor, and people should treat it as such. Hey, listen, that means the host trusts me to run his house smoothly. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to do anything that's going to damage his house. I'm going to try to help him build his house. But some people, just saying, some people get in their feelings, and before you know it, they tearing down the house. They tearing down the house, and some of the content creators, they don't really know what's going on. The only thing they see is that their numbers, the subscribers are dropping, or they see that people are unsubscribing fast, and they trying to figure out, well, what the hell had happened? Only thing I did was do a live stream, and I done lost 4 or 5 subscribers. What the hell happened? I'll tell you what happened, because it's those mod sticks. You know what I mean? All I'm saying is, if people honor those mod sticks and say, you know what, thank you so much for my mod stick. I'm going to honor this, and I'm going to obey whatever you need me to do, because you trust me with this mod stick. You trust me with to grow your channel. And that's what we're gonna do. That's what those mods are there to do. They're there to grow and help you grow your channel and help you get those subscribers up in there. And it's your job, that when you have potential subscribers coming into your live stream, it's your job to welcome them in. You know what I mean? Welcome them. Like, hey, thanks for coming. All of them, because once they feel that love, they're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure some of your subscribers, yes, they might unsubscribe because they may get into their feelings, because they feel that you're not protecting them, because they are your subscribers. And then the mods have sticks, and they have the power. And see, and that's where you get kind of caught up in that catch 22. Yeah. So, like I was saying, people just need to honor their duties as a moderator. As a moderator, it's not that stick is not for your personal gain or your personal use. It's for you to protect the host and his house. You know what I mean? That's just like you're there, you're a mod, and you're in the chat, and the host, he's not really, or she's not really paying attention too much to the chat box, but she noticed that her numbers are going down. Like, wait a minute, why is my numbers going down? I started out, but then once you start paying attention to the chat, you find out, well, such and such is in here timing out people and kicking people out left and right, or blocking people, this and that. And then you try to figure out why. You know. Then once you look at your numbers, you see that your numbers are going down. Do you think it's because of that moderator, or those mods had a problem with either other moderators, or or subscribers that's coming in. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just don't know. I just wanted to tell y'all what the duties of a moderator is, and what it entails, because I don't think, some people they really don't know. You thinking that you're there to hey, I don't like this person. I'm just gonna get rid of this person. No, no, no. The mod sticks aren't for you. They're actually for the co-host to get to you to make sure the house is ran smoothly. You know what I mean? Not for your personal gain and not for your personal use. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we try to build our channels, we try to get new subscribers in, and we try to keep our old subscribers in there as well. So when we start losing subscribers and we start losing potential subscribers, then that means somebody got something going on with those wrenches, and they using it as a personal attack. And we will lose. Content creators house will fall quick because you'll have so many people that's upset, and they'll unsubscribe. They will unsubscribe. And once you lose that subscriber, 9 times out of 10, it's like a domino effect. Because once somebody say, and y'all already heard in the chat, I'm unsubscribing. That's only because of shit that happened. That's only because of stuff that happened. And they got into their feelings and they unsubscribed. Hey DJ, how are you?
What's going on? How you doing today?
Good, just getting this lesson out.
My
What's your
my
go ahead?
my job as a moderator
Mm-hmm.
is to put more disrespectful motherfuckers in time out.
Okay. Now, okay, that's good. All right. So you're saying that, okay, because they're disrupting the show, but you don't use it as a personal attack. Like it be just because you don't like that person. That person comes in the chat and and you look and say, you know what? I don't like him or I don't like her. She got to get up out of here. You don't use your mod stick for that, do you?
No, absolutely not.
Some people do.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Some people do. And what it will do is in the end, it will hurt the show.
Yeah,
It will hurt the channel. It will hurt the numbers, especially if that person is trying to get monetized. You know what I mean?
yeah, facts. Facts though.
So yeah, but you already know how this YouTube shit goes. The moderators, they're not even looking at it like that. They're just looking at, I'm gonna get back. I don't like this person, so now it's my chance. I couldn't get them any other way, so now they done
Yeah,
came over here in this house, and I now I can do whatever I want to do. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And the first thing they'd be like, get out. And then that must be like, you know what, you let this person do this to me, and I'm one of your subscribers, I'm going to unsubscribe. Bam, that's one that you lost. Then someone else say, oh, you know what, you let this person do this to me, I'm going to unsubscribe. Bam. But nowadays it seems like the moderators are fighting against the moderators, and the people that comes in, some of them, that they'll just kind of ignore them. Even when they come in, they don't say, hey, how you doing, welcome, or anything. Like they don't say anything like that. I've been looking at these live streams. I mean, I say hello to everyone when I enter live streams and stuff, but a lot of them, when people come in, when new people come in, they don't say nothing. Some of them don't say nothing. They either sitting there arguing and fighting among themselves, or subscribers that coming in, they either getting kicked out because of their opinion, and somebody may not like it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So so what the duties of a moderator is, or do you think that some people take those sticks as personal attacks, and don't care if it's going to hurt the channel or not?
Yeah, yo, you definitely can't just get anybody a wrench. They gotta definitely be emotionally stable. You feel me? Because yo, yeah, what they say, social engineer, sociopath, they sensitive as fuck. Big facts.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I mean, me, I used to have moderators. I don't have moderators anymore. I don't have that problem. But I'm just saying, I do remember back then when I did have moderators, I ran into the problem. You know what I mean? I ran into 200 people, 200 people being blocked and stuff like that. And then I ran into people actually catching me in the YouTube streets saying, Patricia, you blocked me, you blocked me, you blocked me. And I didn't block anyone. And then I had some in another live stream, you blocked me, you blocked me, you blocked me. And I could not figure out what was really going on. You know what I mean? So it kind of made me to believe is that some of the mods that I had in there, even though maybe they weren't trying to hurt the show, but they was trying to hurt the person. And so in return, it hurt my show because I lost some subscribers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I said, well, let me do a lesson today on, what is the duty of a moderator? Because I believe some of them has really don't know. Hey, Miss Lakers, how are you? Miss
Good morning.
Lakers?
How are you?
Hey, what's going on, girl?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Girl, not just doing my lesson, sipping hot tea with Miss P.
But listen to this. A lot
Huh?
of mods, a lot of moderators are content creators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they know what the duty of their mod sticks are. It's not whether they choose to do it. That's another thing, you know.
Yeah. Right,
Somebody
right.
stuff going on. But you can see which one of your moderators is doing what though. As the panel hold, as the content creator, you can see your mods, what they doing or whatever, who they
Mm-hmm.
blocked, they timed out. You know what I'm saying? So you could have got on your before you got rid of all your mods. You you like put a lot of trust in your moderator, so you pretty much don't watch what they do. You know,
Right.
and that's why people was able to get away with what they was doing. And then ain't nobody gonna tell on another person. You know what I'm saying? So you just had to watch and catch it yourself.
Right,
And then the people
exactly.
the people they block would say something, but mostly all your mods in your channel didn't turn on the other mods. You know what I'm saying? They all roll together.
Mm. Well, I tell you, it was crazy. And I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about
I
when
know
I
when
had
you had
200
moderators.
people blocked, when there was 200 people blocked, you know. Yeah. But
Your
now,
stuff been going on a long time though. Your
right,
uh,
exactly. That's why I
situation
just
with your
totally
mods.
cleaned house. Right. That's why I decided that, right now the best way to do is just kind of just, no mods, because it just gets too crazy, because too many people get into their feelings, and they use those mod sticks as personal tools for their gain. But in return, like I said, it don't do nothing but hurt the show, and hurt the content creator, because the subscribers are going to unsubscribe and go elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're
So
talking about. I mean, I used to
yeah,
tell you all the time, Patricia, somebody said they leaving.
I know you did say that. Yep, yep. You did. You know what I mean? And that's only because I didn't, I really didn't pay attention to
Yeah, you
um
did.
to what people, what they were saying, because I was too busy just kind of like running my mouth on the platform and this and that,
And
and didn't
and
really
kicking up,
realize.
doing you. But you should be able to do that as a content creator. You shouldn't have to watch your moderators though. You shouldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. But I've noticed that, it just seemed like it seemed like when I had my mods, it seemed like I had a lot of mods. It seemed like I had like 12, 13 mods. So I knew that it was like, geez, maybe I just, I don't know. So and
I
then
didn't
when I
notice how many you had because it seemed like well, all of them. So a lot of times, a lot of them ain't in the chat like all at one time.
yeah, but when
Maybe
they
fine.
when
When
they
you,
come in, boy, when they came in, It was a lot of them. And then after the show, I would go back and I would be like, oh man, now I got to unblock. I got to block at least, unblock about 20, 30 people and stuff like that. And then the show starts all over again. You know what I mean?
So
But
did when you went to go unblock the people, did it not show you who timed them out?
no, it
Okay, maybe
just
you only can see
showed.
that during the show going. I know we can see it
Right.
during
It
the
just
show as moderators. You can see it.
Yeah, but I think what it was is that I never used my phone. See, if I use my phone to look at the chat, then I would be able to tell. But I never use my phone. I'm always on my computer. I never use my phone.
Right.
Um, so I couldn't really tell. But then I made announcements throughout that chat. I said, listen, I said, don't block nobody, don't time nobody out. Everybody's welcome. So I kept telling my moms, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So, when that didn't work, I said, well, you know what? I may be losing potential subscribers, so let me just go ahead and just have everybody on the same page and we all gonna be neutral. You know what I mean? And so far, yeah, it's been kind of working for me. But I can also tell that a lot of new people are coming in, probably the ones that probably were timed out or kicked out before, but then they probably still kind of was looking behind the bushes and see, hey, maybe now I can go in and I could say what's on my mind. I could pop my shit and I don't have to worry about being muted or blocked or timed out. You know what I mean?
No, anybody that I don't see it be like a couple of new people, like every once in a while. But most of the people that was getting blocked, they still there. You know what I'm saying? They didn't pretty much go anywhere. No,
Mm.
if anything, did you lose when the mods when you took their rents? Did any mods leave and not come back?
Um, Surprisingly, no. And that was one thing that I was so nervous about because I was
Right.
like,
I know that's what you were scared of. You like they're gonna leave Lakers and
right.
I'm like, nah, they be all right.
Yo, I was like, oh my God, my numbers are gonna fall like crazy. But
Yeah.
but then and I was like, and I was telling my friend that, and I was like, I'm gonna lose it. And he was like, Pat, if they love you and they ride with you, they're gonna be there. Don't worry about it. You gotta get your house together. You gotta build your house back up. So I was like, okay. And then I made the announcement, and I was like, y'all, I love you guys, and da da da, And then when y'all was coming back, and y'all was coming back supporting and even bringing me love. I'm like, oh my God. So I
I
was
mean,
like,
being a moderator, cool and all, but I'm gonna say this: being a moderator, a lot of responsibility too, though. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's
yeah,
cool not it's cool not being a mod when you in a chat because when you are a mod, you got to sit and watch everybody comments. You know what I'm saying? So,
right,
it's a don't think that like being a moderator easy. It's not easy being a moderator. You know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of times moderators don't get to comment, they don't get to do a lot of stuff because you constantly watching the chat for people saying stuff,
right.
disrespectful to the content creator, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And disrespectful stuff to other people, you know what I'm saying? So it's not easy just sitting there being a moderator, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things you don't get to participate in because you are a moderator. Like you
Right.
say, it's a privilege to be a moderator, it's also a job to be a moderator, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I also know, just kind of going down these YouTube streets, I do see that, some people they do, get in their feelings about those mod sticks because it seemed like those mod sticks are like, oh, you took my shield, you took my protector away, and now I'm gonna unsubscribe and go someplace else, you know.
Well, a lot of because a lot of time what people do when they know you a mod somewhere, so they know you're going to be there when that content creator is on, right? So, and I don't have this problem, but I have seen it. So the person will wait to you at this place where they know you moderating, so you're going to have to be there. And let me say, a lot of moderators don't just time people out for what they say. So you can go over here and talk, like say whatever you want to say to this person, you know what I'm saying? And they got to take it because they're a moderator, so they have to be there, to watch the chat. And
Hmm.
And so, like a lot of people say, "Oh well, they time me out for nothing." A lot of times, you said something smart and nasty to that person. The reason why they time you out, just like okay, you don't supposed to say nothing nasty to the concrete content creator. A lot of times, you're not supposed to say nothing nasty to the moderators either. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
yeah, a lot of time, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say they deserve to be blocked, but they deserve to be timed out because they'll go catch that mod somewhere. And then a lot of times, people set mods up too. I have sat and watched this, you know what I'm saying? And they be like, oh well, they took your moderating stick now, and then they just go all in on the person because they know don't have the mod stick anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yep.
it's a catch 22 with a whole lot of things. You know what I'm saying? They set them up and when they talking, they where they know like you're not gonna block me for the time them out. They be like, oh, they timed me out for nothing. Oh, they
Yeah.
timed me out because I just said this, that. But 9 times out of 10, that person lying to get that moderator in trouble too. That happens too, also.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me ask you something, Miss Lakers. How many mod sticks should a content creator get allow give out? Should they give out like five?
It depends on your crowd because I'm gonna say this though, okay? When you on a panel, you cannot mod the chat from the panel, okay?
Right.
So you say if you got 5 mods, but 3 of them on the panel with you hanging out, you know what I'm saying? You only got 2 in the chat to cover the chat. And say if like one of them 2 or neither one of the 2, is not there on that live, then you have no mods in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it just
Hmm.
depends on you and your platform and what you comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So and a lot of times, like I said, certain like you had certain monsters not going to hit the panel, like Sweet Babe, Slim Babe. You know what I'm saying? They always just stay. It's like rare that Sweet Babe hit a panel. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So
Right.
those two always in the chat all the time because they're never going to hit the panel. But as far as like Patrick, me, I can't remember who else was the mod besides them. Okay, Mac Ash, we'll come up on the panel. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Max, you know what I'm saying? We'll come up on the platform and hang out with you and talk. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, we not gonna be in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, but I know a lot of times if you didn't have nobody in the chat, I would just stay. That's why I wouldn't come on the platform a lot because I would just stay and monitor the chat. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
there's nobody down here. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
or if it's just another person down here, and I'm just gonna stay down here and hang out with them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
yeah. I could be in the bushes and never say nothing the whole live, but I would, time somebody out because whatever they doing in the chat, they need timing out.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
but it
So
just
do you
depends
think it's
on.
possible? Do you think I'm pretty sure it is, but say a person that's on your panel, they are a moderator, but then they see somebody that's coming in the chat. Now they're using their phone, they're using their cell phone, and plus they got another device that they're using. So that person comes in and it'd be like, oh, I don't like that person. But you don't know because they're on the panel with you. Your mod is on the panel with you, but meanwhile, they're still working the chat box. So whoever comes in that they don't like, they're kicking them out or timing them out for no
They
reason.
can't
Do
unless they
you see
logged
that happen?
in. No, because you can't be logged in. I don't know. I'm not real savvy, but I know that if I'm logged in on the panel, I can't do nothing in the chat because I'm on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So, and even if I got another device, I don't think you can be logged in underneath. I don't think you can be logged in underneath the same profile and be in 2 different places at one time. I don't think you can do that.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think, yeah, because I know when you're on the panel, you can't even see the chat. You know what I'm saying? To mod nobody out like that. Unless you go to another. Yeah, you go to another screen, you can't see the comments, but you can't go down and be when you're on the panel. You cannot go down and be in the chat. Even if you're on another device and you can be down in the chat from the other device, you're not underneath that same name, so you can't time nobody out if you ain't underneath that same name.
See,
You know what I'm saying? Because that mod shit.
I always thought you could because when I was on the panel, I mean when I was conducting my live stream, I picked up my cell phone and made a comment, and it ended up in the
But that
chat
because
box.
you the content creator.
But
You
I
said
always
what? You
thought
made a
somebody
comment on
else.
what?
I always thought they could do that.
No, I don't think you can do that. I'm not all that computer savvy with YouTube because I ain't been on it all that long. But I know I can't do it, so I don't know. I don't know if you can log in with that same name and stuff and be two different places while you on YouTube. I don't know if you can do that. I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't know. DJ, can you? DJ, no, did he leave?
I no. Let me see. Um, no. Wait, is he? Well, yeah, he left. He left the panel, but yeah, yeah. What we're trying to figure out is that when you're on, with just say if a moderator or someone's on your panel, can they use their cell phone if they have two devices while they're up on the panel, and they're moderators of yours? Can they still block people or whatever if they're using a different device and they're coming into your chat? They don't like that person and they kick that person out or whatever, and they're still up on the panel. So that's what we were trying to figure out. Yeah. What you do? Fall out, Miss Lakers?
Yeah, because I was finna look up and see if you could do that, but I was trying to look at the chat to see if anybody had answered that question to see if they had answered it or not.
Oh,
Because I don't
yeah,
know.
DJ. Yeah, he
He left.
left.
I see that.
Yeah,
Let me see
yeah,
what
but
chat. Emily, can you use when you're a mod? Can you comment on the if you're on the platform, Emily? Can you from another device use your mod stick in the chat? Yeah, that's what you want to know. I don't know if
right,
you can do that. But Emily
right,
a
right.
mod, so I'm and I think she's pretty good with this. Somebody
Okay.
said they sensitive as F.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, Emily. So when
So
you on a
she said she's
panel,
been able to
you
do
able
it.
to you able to go in the chat and use your mod stick from the panel?
Yeah, she
See,
said
she
I've
would
been able
know.
to
I
do it.
wouldn't know. I don't know. I don't do all that. So I know I can't do it from my device. I
Mm,
never use another device and be logged into it, so I ain't never done it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she said she been able to do it. So you can be logged in on two devices underneath the same name. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's so much.
I
Well,
ain't that. I don't put that much into it to know all of it.
yeah, it's
It's
so
not
much.
that.
It's so much stuff going on. Like if you like, okay, like if you have your phone, your cell phone, and you see someone that's coming in your chat, you could just click on their name. Just click on their name, and they have a little drop box that drops down, and it says timeout. I mean, yeah, timeout block or something, and you can
Yeah,
actually
I know
hit
that, but
that
I
person.
just didn't know. But you got to be logged in underneath the same name on another device. You know what I'm saying? So because that my stick is underneath, like mine, I would have to be logged in Queen Lakers underneath another device, and I know you can do that on YouTube. Be logged in under the same name on multiple devices. I didn't know you can do that. Let me see. She had to
Mm-hmm.
answer that. Yes, ma'am. Okay, baby. Wow, you can.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a lot of different things. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
because I don't put that much into YouTube like that. Like I
right.
don't I don't know all that. I know the
Exactly.
bare minimum just to get me by. The
I'm
heck.
telling you, girl. Just kind of swinging off a little topic, a little bit off of topic. I was kind of going down these YouTube streets and stuff like that, and it just seemed like
Yeah,
YouTube
come on, Emily. All
it
right,
it
sorry about
seemed,
that. Patricia.
huh?
Go ahead. I was talking to Emily. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
It seemed like down these streets are getting dangerous. I don't even want to be out after dark anymore, Miss Lakers.
Ah, hold up, listen. You know what? It's so crazy, and like people like, oh, this for entertainment. It's not entertaining anymore. It's not funny anymore. You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
know, and I'm a real. I like to have fun. I like to joke. I like to act silly. You know what I'm saying? I like to do all. But you know, when I was coming up, you know, in our age, we ranked. You know what I'm saying? That was something we did. You know, back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Talked about each other, mama and daddy, and you know, we just talked about each other, and it was no hard feelings in the talking about it. You know what I'm saying? It was something we
Right.
just did. And now, like I said, this new generation, they kill you over talking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So different
Yeah.
nowadays, you know.
Yeah.
And then
And then
everybody
all
like
of
try to
this.
do the
Right, right. And then all of this stuff, all of this, all of this stuff that's going on about, the people are actually putting like live streams up about their personal life. And it's like, why are you bringing your personal life inside of YouTube? You know what I mean?
exactly.
If you got
Or
doctor,
somebody
you
can
got to
drag
pay
you
for it.
by it. That's all
Right,
they're gonna do later, especially in this sector. They'll drag you, you know, like over
right,
in the other sectors where people got like 500,000 subs and stuff like that. They pretty much don't do that kind of stuff. Like they do it, but it's very minimal. You know what I'm saying? That they
right,
do stuff. They tell their personal. I done seen content creators tell a whole lot of their personal life. You know what I'm saying? And they got people that's in their chat that tell personal stuff, and they look at it like, oh, you know, I'm so sorry that, you know what I'm saying? They look at it differently. Like over here,
right.
tell something, they dragging you by it.
They
You know
will
what I'm saying?
drag you and will throw different stuff in there just to sweeten the pot. You know,
Oh,
just
it's
just to,
amazing
just
how
to
bad they lie. Yeah, you right.
right,
They
right,
lie so much on
just to
stuff.
get more flavor and something like, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, this is good. I'm gonna say this about her, or I'm gonna say this about him. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They gonna love this. Yeah, I know my views. I know my views are gonna go up high now. I'm
Is
like,
Emily in your back office backstage by any chance? Because she said she was gonna come up. Is she back there by any chance?
oh Emily, she don't normally even
Yeah.
come up.
She
Hold on,
said
let
she was
me.
gonna come up and explain to you about how it worked, this stuff.
Oh, okay, okay. Oop, dang,
She
I
back.
didn't. Hold up, yeah. Hold up, Miss Lakers. I put the hold up. Let me get the link for a minute. Hey Emily, how are you?
Hi, good morning. How are y'all?
Good,
Hey, Emily.
good.
Hi, Miss Lakers.
You're on another show. You're sipping hot tea with Miss P.
Hey. My first time too up here.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Cody.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
So we was just trying to figure out, um, you
How it
know,
works. How you
yeah.
because I ain't know you can do that. So you can be logged in underneath your username and be on another device as underneath that same username.
Yeah, like I have, my main cell phone that I use for whatever. And I can use that to get on the panel. And then I have like a spare, phone or whatever
Uh-huh.
that, while I'm on the panel, I can also be on the spare device or whatever, and I can be logged in my own account and everything as a moderator. And even though I'm on the panel, I can still see the chat and everything, and block the bots or whatever from you know there too.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know you can log in under multiple devices underneath the same username. I didn't know that.
Mm,
Hmm.
Oh
okay,
wow.
okay.
Yeah, I've never
Hmm.
done it from a computer or anything, but I do know that with two phones, you can do it that way.
Oh, okay. Well, if you
So
can do
let
it with
me
two
ask. So
phones, you
let
can
me
do it
ask
with a
you
computer.
something, Emily. Do you think that some? I'm not saying all moderators, but just getting on today's lesson. Do you think that some of the moderators take their mod sticks and use them for personal attacks?
Yes, I do.
Mm,
I
yeah.
do, and I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've done it a couple times, and um, I ain't gonna lie.
She
Right.
said I
I know. I
did it.
respect telling the truth. I respect telling the truth more than a liar. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
yeah, yeah.
No, but I mean, and after a while, it's just like you get to think, and you're like, well, really, all you're doing is just, you're just screwing over the content creator because you're blocking, whoever you have a problem with, and And once they know that they're blocked, they don't want to come back. So you're losing that one view, and that one view may count as something extra.
Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Mhm.
Not
Um.
only that, people talk and they be like, "Well, I ain't going over there because Patricia
Yeah.
mine off the
Yeah.
mother."
I
You
can't
know
get
what
in
I'm saying? So am
Yes.
I, and they be doing this. You know, I don't like that B. You know what I'm saying? And she be talking about, yeah,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
I can't get in anyway. So what I'm going over there for, something like that.
Right.
I'm gonna unsubscribe. They quick to say that I'm gonna unsubscribe.
You
You're
know what?
right.
But that don't make. You know what? I don't care whether because I support and coach in the audience. Coach, I love. Have you seen Coach show lately? Well, you're not into sports, so you probably wouldn't care. But I'm into sports. So I love Coach show. You
Oh,
know,
good, good. I'll come over and just
yeah,
for
just to
support.
support. Yeah, and even if I don't like somebody, or I can say I don't like nobody because I don't even know nobody not to like them. But even if
Hmm.
somebody don't like me, I'm gonna say that I still, I watch they show from the bushes, and I still support. I feel like I support everybody that I know in our whole little sector got a channel. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if I just go get a light and leave out and don't stay in the bushes or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just because just to support. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's so much room for all of us out here that's on YouTube that I don't think one person above another. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
even if I'm not gonna stay, you know what I'm saying, I still just hit the like button. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
and
just
that's
still
how
do it.
that's how I usually am. I'll be in the bushes and everything, but I'll hit the like button, and I'll watch, but I'll look at the chat. If I know somebody's in there that I've had problems with in the past, just to be on the safe side, even if they don't have a problem with me anymore, just to be on the
Mm,
safe side, I won't comment or anything because I don't want to
right,
cause any drama. Especially when the chat's
right.
going good and the page is going good. So I just always stay in the bushes and everything. But if I see everything's going good and there's people in there I normally talk to, then yeah, of course I'll comment and talk up a conversation. Yeah, that's fine.
Right. 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 But you know what I'm finding out now just by looking at, just kind of going into some of these chats and just kind of sitting in the chat box and not saying anything. A lot of these contents are coming from the chat box because they get in there and they start fighting among each other. Then next thing you know, that person that got the information or got whatever they want, they're going back to their live and they're gonna do a live on that person. So I
But you
think
know what, Patricia, a lot of people like where I be bumping heads with you at is that a lot of people will come sit on your platform and be messy,
mm-hmm,
okay? And you
mm-hmm.
will let them, and you be like, Lakers, Lakers. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. But but they go back to after they mess yours up and got everybody arguing. After your platform is in all this disarray, they'll
Uh-huh.
go back to their own platform, start live, and they live ain't like that. And you ain't finna come up on their platform and make they live like that. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
know. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. I'm like, um, I've seen it like Mahia's. Now I've been on, I've been over there and stuff, and he has two pages, yes. But yeah, he don't even allow swearing on the one that he get his bread from. He don't allow that. Maybe a little bit, but other than that, he cutting you down. He don't play that. You ain't coming up over here with that. Come to the backup page and you can pop your shit or do whatever. But this
And I
page,
ain't talking about my
uh-uh.
head, but on some people main page, you're right. They won't allow that on their main page, but they'll go to somebody. And I ain't talking about my hair because you were talking about my hair, but they'll go to your page and cuss on yours, and you monetize. You know what I'm saying? You ain't seen
Yeah.
that?
Right,
Where they do everything on your page that they don't allow on theirs, and then they go back to theirs and they ain't finna allow none of that garbage on there. But you'll go
Yeah.
to somebody else's page where they get paid at and do it.
right.
I
I've
be
seen that.
I be
I've
tripping.
seen that. I've been like I said, I just been kind of like look, listen, and learn. I'm just taking little notes as I go around these YouTube streets because that's what you got to do. Just kind of sit back and just see how different panels are being ran, and I sit there and I'm thinking like, okay, now yeah, they arguing a little bit up there, and they doing a little cussing here and there, but it's not like when they come over to my house, they just cut loose.
Yeah.
Hmm. Then you be hollering,
And
"Oh, I'm not getting paid for this one because you got." Oh no, because you let them. You didn't stop it. Be like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Another thing I noticed too is that, for the new subscribers and everything that's just getting the feel for your channel and everything, some, not saying yours in particular, but I mean, it could be anybody's basically, if, catch somebody on a bad day or something. But, a new subscriber can always, come into the chat and everything. And as soon as they, hit that, the view button, next thing you know, all they hear like fighting and cussing and everything. And they'll be like, I don't know, like
oh, I'm gonna
scared
come back.
to,
I didn't know your channel was on all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
like,
yeah.
yeah,
oh, I'm running. I am running. This is scary.
Right,
yeah.
right, right, right.
She lose a lot of people like subs like that, and I be
Yeah.
like, Patricia, they say they leave, and she like, okay, Lakers, all right. I'm like, okay, Patricia.
Yeah.
Like,
And you
I be
never
like,
know
five people
also,
just ran and left. you know,
right,
right,
you're
hey,
right.
and you never know like how many people,
that
could just
person
be
wrong with them.
watching. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Right.
and also the people that could not be subscribers, like just be just checking you out just to see if they want to, subscribe, and then they see that, and then you who knows, you could have lost 20 people right there.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
know.
never
I know.
know.
I
Um,
know. But it's kind of messed up because we are in one of those just messy sectors. I mean, it's like, dang, it's like, oh, but you know what? Here's the thing: you try to start off with content. You try to start off with a good topic, and somehow, yeah, sometimes, I always say, yeah, it goes left, but how do you stay on topic? How do you stop letting
No, Patricia, you can stay on topic if you want to. You know, listen, that's the reason why I tell Patricia I stay off her panel a lot because like I can bring them back in, and if I cut them, Patricia be like it's like I be like, okay, so I'm about to go back in the chat then. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like she said, okay, you can come and get your stuff off, but it's getting your stuff off with a sense of respect to your channel at the same time. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Because like I said, anybody that caused all that ruckus, you go on their panel and trust me, they not doing all that stuff that they doing over here. They don't be. I don't sat and watch it from the bushes. I'm like, oh, I ain't never seen them talk like that on their own platform. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they not finna let you. They'll backstage you in a mother freaking minute if you come over there to their platforms with that garbage. You
Yeah.
yeah.
know, they'll mute you, they'll backstage you. And I be telling her, like, Patricia, hit the mute button. Like, she was like, oh, let him go. I'm like, ah, Lord have mercy. But I
Oh
ain't
yeah,
being
when they
funny
be
though. I
arguing
actually
and
get a
stuff.
headache from that stuff. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about. When they be arguing and stuff like that. I know they go at it. I mean, geez. And they yell
And
over
But
the,
you can
each other.
you can
You don't
still
even know what
do
they're
that
saying.
respectfully. Yeah, you don't know what they saying. You
Mm-mm.
can't understand what they saying because they screaming and hollering over each other. They can't talk. And see, and let me tell you what other content creators do. They'll mute one and be like, and mute both of them first and be like, hold up, hold up, hold up. Y'all can talk one at a time because we can't understand both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? And they'll mute both of them. Then they be like, okay, so and so, you gonna talk first. They let that person talk. Then that person go on mute, and then the other person talk. You know what I'm saying? If you even control your panel like that, it'll be better. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you because listen, I have clicked on a whole lot of times when I click on to, I may come in late in the argument already going, and I just go like, and I just listen. I ain't finna watch or nothing, and I
Yeah,
might change because there's so much. And I'm being honest, all that screaming, yelling, it actually gives you a headache because you can't understand. You really can't understand nothing they saying.
that's
You know
true.
what I'm
That's why I
saying?
walk away.
and
That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
they
I
be
walk.
like,
Okay,
Patricia,
yeah,
you
I
there?
do the same thing.
They be
I
like,
do
I
the
think I
Patricia,
same
think
you
that's
thing. I
there?
how
go.
No.
yeah, I think it's
Uh huh.
how a lot of, issues either gets twisted around because everybody's screaming and they may get
Yeah.
stuff mixed up, and plus nothing will
Right.
ever get, ever get solved that way either. And I'm not trying, when I say, for example, on this one, like I'm not calling anybody, has ever been on your panel a child or anything. This is like the first example that came to my mind, but like, it's sort of like, you got, let's say you got 6 kids at home, and you got all 6 of them fighting one another, you kind of got to get control and of the kids, and like one by one, you talk and you talk then you talk. It's like one, if you don't ever like put your foot down and let them know, hey, this is my house. you
Right.
you go somewhere
Right.
else and run it how you want to, but this is my house. This is what happens over here. If you don't
Hmm.
like it,
Right.
then I'm sorry, but respect my wishes.
Right. And,
Yeah, and like it's like once you do a child like that. Like I said, I'm not calling nobody a child. I'm just thinking, because I got 3 kids, so this is yeah.
right.
um, so I mean, like once you put your foot down and they understand, Patricia ain't taking no BS. So this is how she
Right.
wants it. Hey, this is what. Hey, okay, we understand. We understand. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And
You
Yeah.
that
know what I
and that's what she's
mean?
gonna have to do. She's gonna have to take control back. And let me tell you, once you take like you can eventually go back to having mods. You know what I'm saying? You just have to put
Yeah.
the law down. Is this, and that. And if I have to okay, I took y'all mod sticks before. If I gotta take a mod stick from if I give you a mod stick back and I gotta take it again because you're doing stuff harmful to my channel, then you never get it back over here. You know what I'm saying? You never get another
Mhm.
mod stick over here.
And
You know what
Right.
I'm
yeah, and like
saying?
all,
And
and also like
go ahead,
whoever
Emma.
you may like pick out. I'm sorry.
No, go
But like
ahead.
whoever you may pick out to be a mod or whatever, like maybe a 101 or a you, and let's say you pick 4 other different mods. You have like you and them 4 mods. Have a a panel meeting or something, or Instagram meeting, or one by one.
Yeah. Mhm.
And just sort of tell them, hey, this is you only block bots. And you time out these kind of people, and that's it. You don't block unless I tell you to block. You know what I mean?
Well, I
That
always say,
Right.
away.
yeah, I always say ain't no
Yeah,
blocking. I always say time out, but it was just
yeah,
no blocking. But I
Well,
do
you want to
I do
block a
plan on
bot.
having mods again, but it's not gonna be like it was. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just gonna be
yeah.
maybe two, maybe maybe two good ones, or maybe three good ones. I can
No, you
really
might need about maybe I'm gonna just say five because you have I
five.
know yeah I know two that you're gonna make for sure, and a lot of times them two on the panel with you a lot, okay, and then I know two that stay in the chat forever, never hit the panel, and then okay, so you got them two in the chat, then you just need that one more person for that just in case 2 or 3 people is missing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you had five for. I think that'll be good for your chat.
So, what do you think about having just all male mods? No female,
Uh-uh.
just all mods
No.
or males.
Mm,
Oh
that's not
my.
gonna work. Cause
Why?
males ain't guaranteed to come on and show up all the time.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like males only go a lot of males just be here on Fridays. and I'm just keeping the
Hey,
book. And then
Hmm.
when it comes to, I'm gonna just say this, and then a lot of males that come up here, like, okay, not to, let me see, what day was that I was watching? I seen one day that I seen people that say they was subbed over here, and I don't know what day it was, but it was so many people up on the panel that I didn't even know they was subbed over here. I had never seen them in the chat. I had never seen them make a comment. I had never seen anything when they said they had been subbed. I'm like, wow, So now it was good. So I know you have a lot of people in the bushes. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And I know that because I be in the bushes a lot. So and I'm like, wow, okay,
Mhm.
because I can look at your chat and I'm like, okay, it's like about 30 more people in the bushes with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or 20 more, in the bushes with me,
Yeah.
because I can see how many people comment in the chat and I see look at this how many people on the inside the chat. I mean that's in here period. And I'm like, okay. So it's only 6 people commenting and it's 30 people. So it's like 24 people in the bushes with me, so you can about
Hmm.
see, and then it's like about 3 or 4 on the panel, So I figured like I said 5 would be a good one for you because like I said, that gives you at least 2 mods every time you go live, what I'm saying, inside the chat. Because
Yeah.
a lot of time, everybody's not here all the time, and then everybody not here on time. Or then sometimes you go and every time somebody might not stay the whole show because you do go late into the hour, wee hours of the morning. So just in
Hmm.
case 1 or 2 mods, leave early. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say give you a little range of having
Right.
somebody here. It would not suit the purpose for you to have mods if you're gonna have shows where there's no moderators here. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's the case then you stay without mods, period. So
Well,
Mhm.
I'm not and I think I made this announcement before. I'm not saying that that I'm never gonna have any mod. It's just that I
Oh, I
just
know
want to.
that. You just said right now. You need hold on. Not only that, you need to clean house in a whole lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? You need to set rules when it comes to your panel. You know what I'm saying? You need to it's a couple of things you need to get in order. You know what I'm saying? Why you getting things in order. So yeah, I understand why you don't have no mods right now. Just a lot of little
Mhm.
things you need to get in order. You know.
Yeah. You know what I'm gonna do though? I think what I'm gonna do is that, um, because I hear what you're saying, and a lot of times, like I said, I let a lot of people. Sometimes the panel be flooded, and more people be in the back trying to get in. But a lot of times, I let people in, and I walk away. I do, because it be so much arguing and this and that. You really can't hear. So maybe
Okay,
what I'll
Patricia,
start
but just
doing
think
is
about this. If you don't want to hear it, how many more people you think don't want to hear it like
right.
you?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm just gonna start just deadening people's mics, just deaden them all, and especially if two guys want to come up and battle it out or something like that. I'm gonna listen to one, deaden one microphone, let him talk, and then say, "All right, he gonna talk now," you know. Um,
Right.
and then
You don't see that on other panels. You don't see people doing that on other
no,
panels.
no, I don't. I don't see it on Envy's
No, I'm talking
panel
about
either.
I'm talking about when they cut one mic off and it's like, okay, you talk, and then the other one talk. You don't see other content creators doing that.
No,
Oh, I
I
see a
see
lot of them doing that. Makes me go
I
one at a
envy
time.
now. Envy's like mine. I mean, he lets the panel go wild. I've seen that, but I'm gonna try
Mm-mm.
something new. I'm gonna try something new.
It's a
Yeah.
lot of mods. It's a not mods. It's a lot of concrete content creators that does that. That say I can't hear both. Okay, Cam one. Cam does it. You know what I'm saying? You talk one at a time. If I'm mistaken, I think Mahia does it too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But yeah, you only can talk one at a time. Like who can hear all that arguing, fussing?
Yeah,
Look how Polar runs his. Is only talking one at a time. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody up there going, even if they going at it, it's one at a time. It's a lot
right,
of people
Yeah.
do one at a time because you
And
can't hear yelling.
right,
right. And
right.
also something else, that, if you do have a full panel or something like that, and like I said, this ain't throwing shade at nobody, it's just an idea. If you got, a whole, a full panel, shall I say, and you see people in the back waiting to get up, I would, just sort of dismiss
Put your
people that is
mouth.
just sitting there and not even saying nothing. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I see. So what you're saying is the people that just come and just sit on the panel and don't
Yeah.
interact, just taking up the seat. Move them right
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
out for the people that want. Yeah, that make that.
Yeah,
I mean, that makes sense because I know a lot of them be in the chat box and they be like, "Hey, I want to come up," but the panel
yeah.
be
Candy
full.
says she does that. You only can do one at a time talking. She says she does that too. So
Yeah,
yeah. And then
yeah,
that's a lot of people do that too. If you see somebody on your chat that's not, in a conversation or anything, you know what I'm saying, there's somebody in the back waiting, you be like, I'm just and then a lot of people they like, well, I'm gonna switch you out with this person because this person been waiting for a minute, you know what I'm saying?
right, right.
And see what they gotta say, you know what I'm saying? Then you can come back up. So either you hang around in the back, after, the person get finished talking, or you go back in the chat and come back later, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Mhm, mhm. Right. I mean yeah, that makes sense because I mean I've seen that. I've seen people come up and they just hang out, or they'll come in and just take up the seat and leave. They won't even be on the panel. They'll be doing something
Yeah,
else.
well, you know that because how many times you be like, "Hey, so and so, what's up?
Right.
What's up? What you want to say?" They be like, "Oh no, I just came to hang out." You be like, "Oh,
Right.
okay." Like,
Right, right. So I think that those people are probably going to be the ones that, like, hey, if you don't have, do you have anything to say? No. Okay, then all right, let me pull up the next one because you right because then that kind of gets the live stream moving smoothly and going and giving everybody a chance because I've noticed too that a lot of people when they do come up they're just sitting there because everybody else is arguing and going at it and stuff. And I believe that person probably get frustrated and be like, you know what? It's just too crowded. Everybody's yelling. Let me just get down and go back into the chat box. I've seen that. I have seen that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my old method that the new people that come up to the chat, the new ones, and the other ones that's been up here, I'm going to deaden all their mics, and then I'm going to say, hey, what's up? What you got something you want to say? Because I already know how sometimes it just gets out of control, and that person, the person that comes in, get kind of frustrated and they leave, and they don't even get a chance to say what they came up for because it's just
Right.
too overwhelming. So I'm gonna go back to my old method because I know exactly what y'all talking about. Because when I first started my channel, that's what I used to do. I used to be like, okay, we're gonna move the panel around now. Everybody, okay, you talk. All right, now let's listen to us.
Right.
Kind of do it like that. But
Yeah.
these dudes, man, they just relentless now, though. But you ever seen where some of them that you try to mute their mics and they
And they
unmute
come off
themselves?
mute.
Like you
And
ain't
then when
gonna
they
mute
when they
me.
do that, when they do that, then you be like, okay, I'm pushing back in the backstage. They finish
Right,
talking, then
right,
you come
right.
back up here.
Right, backstage. then
Yeah,
and
good
then what they
morning,
Hmm.
do is
King,
then they want to call your
Mac.
names. Yeah, then they want to try to call
Steph.
your names or something. Those are the ones you kick out,
I
totally
got
kick out
time.
the building. Huh?
No, I was speaking to everybody in the chat.
Oh, yeah, those are
They
the
were
ones that
speaking.
you totally yeah, you totally kick out your building and stuff. But yeah,
You ain't gotta kick them. They ain't gotta go home. They can go in the back. Look, they like Max. They can hang out in the lobby.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah.
I always be like, you ain't hanging out in no water cooler. You ain't
You
hanging
know,
out in no
water cooler,
club.
right?
You're
So
right.
let yours hang out at the water cooler to somebody today.
Right,
Right.
right. You ain't hanging out in no club. You ain't slapping nobody five. You ain't doing nothing. You getting up out of here.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
go. Gotta go.
Exactly, exactly. So I don't know. Like I said, just kind of just getting back to the duties of a moderator. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm not saying there's no good ones because there is some out there that really like you, Miss Lakers. You take your mod stick serious. You protect the host and you protect the house. You know what I mean? Um, and that's what some of the mods they need to have the lesson of what a moderator's job is supposed to be, not a personal attack for them, but to make sure everything runs smooth, and ain't nothing coming in that could mess up the show or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. Like I was seeing like I was watching Envy's live last night all the way up
Mm.
until this morning, and I was like the same people. I mean, how do we get and I was asking Envy this, but he probably thought I was taking it, kind of attacking him and stuff, and I was like, Envy,
Taking
I
a
said,
jab at him.
yeah, I was like, you have even though you've been up in there for 12 hours, you still got the same people that you had in here last night. I said, you ever think about trying to
Oh
venture
wow,
out
you
and bring new
lying?
people
Is
in?
it
You know,
Yeah.
I said,
the
you ever
same?
think, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Wow, that's a long time for the same ones to be up there. 12. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so I said, I told him, I said, Envy, I said, you do the same thing, you're gonna get the same results. I said, you got the same people that you had in here last night, and I'm saying what time did he get it
Is he
on?
monetized yet? Is he monetized yet?
He's not even monetized, but I
You
know
know
the
what? He might not
algorithm.
make it because you got the same. If you entertain the same people and you're not offering, if you're not getting no more new people in,
Right,
then you stuck. You know what I'm
you're
saying? You don't
stuck. That's what I
plateau.
was
You
trying to
know,
Yeah.
tell him.
because
That's
that means you got to change up and do something different because you're
right,
not advancing nowhere. So
right.
what you
That's what
doing is
I was
not
trying.
working.
Right. That's what I was trying to tell him. And I was saying, you can have 90, 100 people in your live stream every night. It's the same people. Yeah, you're gonna get the views, but that's all. That's as far as it's gonna go. It's
And then he
nothing
might not
going
want
to
to be
change.
monetized. He might be cool where he at. You
He
know,
he
it
he
depends
might.
on because like some people don't desire like okay, Max don't want to be monetized. She don't give a
Right.
heck. But she got her subs. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And she gonna say what the heck she wants. There's no rules to what she do. You know what I'm saying? And she
Right.
content with that. So
Right.
maybe he might be content where he
He
at. You
might
know what I'm saying? He
be.
not want
Right.
no more. You know,
Right.
maybe
He
that's
might be.
what his platform gonna offer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
He might be.
that's his
Right. He might
choice.
just be like, you know what, y'all come on in, have fun. I don't, I don't care. This is, this is just a place to just,
This
let
where
your
you
hair
do what
down
you
and
want
have
to
fun.
do.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. Because I mean, I get that. I get that because YouTube put so many rules on content creators. And the thing is constantly changing. Because I know I got an email the other day about YouTube was starting this new thing where now you can only have two accounts under the same number or something like that. So so the people that's trying to make 3 and 4 accounts and stuff like that, I guess YouTube done caught on to some shit. I don't know. I only got one, and that's just what I'm sticking with.
Me too.
But I can tell that they're cracking down because now it's like these new updates that's going to be taking effect sometime in March. you know I'm like, oh my god, what is going on? But when you're a content creator and and you're trying to make a few dollars, sometimes YouTube will slap that muzzle on you. And I understand for the people that don't want it. They don't want no muzzle on them. Shoot, I'm here
Right.
for fun. Let me
And
have
then
my
they feel
fun.
like they were like they don't feel some people feel like they just don't it ain't enough money to be made to care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? To them.
Right, right,
Like
exactly. Exactly. And then trying to meet that quota and stuff. Trying to meet that quota alone is hard and stuff, you know what I mean? And it's like, okay, you meet the quota, but then that, you got these super chats and these super kisses and stuff. Does that play a part in your revenue? Or do you got to wait? You get your money, and then a couple of days or a couple of weeks or whatever later, then you get the revenue. I mean, then you get money for your the super kisses or in the chats. You know what I mean? So I'm telling you, YouTube, they're not billionaires for nothing, or trillionaires or whatever they are, but they gonna get their bread one way or the other. And I
Oh
believe they're
yeah.
getting money from StreamYard too, because everybody got
I'm
everybody
quite
got their
sure
hands
they
in the
ain't
cookie
doing
jar.
nothing where they ain't making no money off of it. I'm quite sure
Right,
they
right, 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 exactly. And believe me, they got their hand in the cookie jar. you
Yep.
know,
it's
they
just
got
too
they,
much.
they got their
I
hand
just
in the cookie jar.
a lot of people just say it's not worth it. It's too much they want you to do for the money they
Yes,
give you. You know.
yeah. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you won't know that until you get monetized, and then here comes the emails, and then here comes this, and then here comes
Oh,
that.
you can't put this show up unless you do this and do that. And see, and that's
Right,
why I think a
right.
lot of people don't care about. Like I said, if they only making like a couple of $100 to that, to some people that ain't worth what you got to go through. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It's not
Yeah,
worth the
you
head.
right. Yeah, yeah, you
You know
you
what I'm
right.
saying? But if you making thousands of dollars, a show, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But I heard you got to have a ton of subs and stuff like that, and this and that going on to make that kind of money.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you definitely do. And for the people that saying they make, $4 and $5 and $6,000, no. The most that you're gonna make off of YouTube, with subs is probably about, maybe two, maybe 3,000. If you're like up there in numbers, if you're up there like way, way up
Well,
there
no,
in
them
numbers.
ones that got the millions,
Yeah,
hundred
yeah.
thousand,
But you're
they
not gonna
making.
make no 8,000. You're not gonna make no 10,000. Now, if you were in the sector like with Mr. Beat and all that, y'all know what I'm talking about. The ones that have like millions of followers.
And
Yeah,
then
you're
a
gonna
lot of
make
them
that.
go off sponsorship. They get sponsors too. And you
Right.
know what? That's why I was trying to hook up with you behind the scenes to talk to you about because I got a good way I wanna. You need to call me today or tomorrow whenever you get some time.
Okay.
I got a good
Okay.
way for you to make money that you can start. You're gonna start off first. I'm gonna tell you, but you do too like your Friday day,
Freak Nick.
man. that can be a day you get paid off of, like pay off of in a different way. You need to start picking up some sponsorships. So there's a lot, it's some things you need to do different. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
start doing. And I'm telling you, once you start doing it, people, I'm telling you, especially like you willing to go that route you do on Friday. Like if you're gonna do that, get paid for it, Patricia. Don't
Right.
just do it. Like I mean, the cash apps and stuff, good. And hold up, listen. And I see your cash apps when jumping off this Friday. You got to start before you start getting the money. You know,
Yeah. Well, you
supposed to
know
wait
what?
till you get the money.
Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. I just, yeah, but we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk behind the scenes because the listeners. I got your text the other night about that, so
Yeah,
I was just kind of waiting for you to holler back at me. But yeah, we
yeah,
definitely we'll definitely talk about that, and then maybe you could set all of that up for me. But we're gonna talk about that more.
yeah. But look, I'm like like last, if me and Max ain't here, you need to like set guidelines for like telling the people like nothing jumps off on Friday till your cash app ring. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared to say it, Patricia. I heard you. Hold up, and I know. I was in the bushes. I ain't see Max. I think Max might have been in the bushes too. But I'm like, when you said my cash app ain't ring tonight, I'm like, okay, well you weren't supposed to start no show. I said, and you changing outfits too? The heck?
Right.
Friday, Friday a bonus. That's the payday.
Yeah.
Yes, girl.
Yeah,
Right,
you're
you
right.
doing all that and you ain't getting no dollars. Where
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dollars at? And they
yeah.
ain't going out to the club. It's coming to you, to a phone near you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get paid.
Yeah.
The heck.
But like I said, we'll definitely talk behind the scenes.
When I heard her say that, she was like, "My cash app ain't rang." I'm like, "You a lie? Better had all this y'all doing."
I
uh-uh.
agree. And doing all that work for
Right,
nothing? I think not.
right. Thank you.
If you request it, then you gonna pay me something.
Right. It costs to have fun.
Mm-mm. I know. It takes time to change outfits too.
I told her when she said my cash app ain't right. I'm like, I know you lying all this stuff. Cash app ain't right.
I know. I
What they say?
well,
Why buy the
I
cow
was
when you
kind
can
of
drink
feeling
for
that
free?
liquor too. I was kind of feeling that liquor too,
Girl,
and I
I
was
know. I
like,
saw you.
oh my god. I sure was. I was feeling that liquor too,
But
but
she
you
wasn't
know,
feeling looking too much. She knew her cash app didn't ring. She said,
I know, right? I was like, wait a minute. But you know what though? It was all in fun. I had a good time. I
I know
really
you had a
did.
good time. And everybody else was watching
Hmm.
had a good time too. That's what I'm saying. You got to pay
Yeah.
for them
Oh
good
yeah. Oh
times.
yeah. So So yeah, so listen, y'all. So, anyways, I know I've been over the sipping hot tea with Miss P because we're only on here for an hour. But we're just gonna take a short break and then I'm gonna come back and close out the show. Hold on. All right, everybody. All right. The show is over. The show is over. Well, you know what? Today has been, huh? We learn new things every single day, y'all. You know what I mean? We do. We learn things, you know what I mean? And good or bad, we learn things. And I was fed some information on how to make my show a little bit better, how to improve. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to listen to some of your subscribers that may have ideas and stuff. And I welcome all ideas, just like I welcome all opinions. You know what I mean? And so on that note, I like to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys. And thank you so much, Miss Lakers and Emily. Emily, she was on my panel for the first time. Please come back. Please come back. Join the advisor gang, girl. It's only $3.99, girl. Come on, girl. Join the advisor gang, girl. Anyway, y'all. So, anyways, y'all see the posting is up for tonight, 9:30 Eastern time. And it's Faco Tuesday. All the trolls and goals and goblins and whatever. Y'all come out and eat, because you know what? Hopefully we'll have a full house. And I'm gonna take some of that advice, some of that hot tea that Emily and Miss Lakers told me, and just kind of incorporate. We'll just see how that go. We just see how that go. You know what I mean? But sometimes things can be under construction until you really get it right. You know what I mean? So anyway, on that note, I love y'all. I love y'all. Hopefully I'll see y'all tonight. All right. And we are out this bitch. All right. Bye.